We had looked at, or she had asked me, what about solar power? And I was thinking giant banks of batteries in the basement, rewiring the house to run 12 volt or whatever through. And I went, no, I'm just not going there. And she had been to the market at Tower Grove and was talking with Microgrid, and she just said, they're coming over. And I went,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I called him and I said, are you interested? No. Do you have time to come down and talk to them? No. So I said, okay, and I hung up, and then I said, where do I sign? So I didn't say anything to him, so a week later they called on the phone, and he's like, Microgrid is on the phone, and I said, oh really? I don't recall. So of course, over they came, and then he was just blown away. The first visit with Microgrid was quick and easy, informative, thorough. They were, they had everything. It was designed to make sure you had no questions when they left, except where do I sign? As we look towards retirement, we were looking to minimize what we could as far as expenses, and you can't control what the power company does with their rates, but you can control how much you pay for power. And so we decided to, put in, the microgrid system because it would help us control what we were paying, and it's really done an amazing job so far.
So the first full cycle on power, the bill was about $7 and some change. I don't remember exactly. Well, I threw my head back for a minute, and then I realized, well, $8 of that is just to be connected to the grid. So we'd actually over-generated for the month. The next month was $5 and some change. And I'm telling people at work this, and they're just looking at me in total disbelief. Your power bill was $5? Yeah, that was it. So a lot of folks are very envious of our power bills. It was painless working with Microgrid. It was really easy to set stuff up. And if we couldn't be here, we could just leave a note. If it was paperwork, Dan or Brad from Microgrid would bring it to us, we'd sign it, and that was the last we knew of it. They handled everything else. They contracted with the roofing. It was extremely easy.
Yeah. Trust factor was pretty high.
Oh,
yes,
huge. Yes.
Huge. Again, seeing our friends go through the process on their own, doing the permitting, wondering about the install, doing the array layout, filing it with Ameren, and all their hand-wringing, and it was nothing for us. It was from start to finish.
So trust is real important, but I think just right after the first visit with Microgrid, we were done.
Yeah.
I just monitored from work on an iPhone. Just go to the Enlighten Enphase website, and I'll watch to see, how many kilowatt hours have been generated, what the peak usage is, and all that. I've got a very good friend down in San Antonio who is very green. He's very in tune with all that. He's got a Chevy Volt. He's got a giant solar array. He also does solar heating for the hot water in his house, and he's building a new house. When I showed him the kind of information that I was able to get real time out of the system, he's just absolutely green with envy because he's using a different system. And I said, no, this is the way Microgrid set it all up with the microinverters, and I can watch all 28 of them, so he's incredibly jealous.
I think anybody who grew up in the 70s with, when the geodesic dome homes and, all of that solar was just kind of new, would really be surprised at what solar looks like now. And the inverters are so small. I couldn't believe it. The panels are thin, and they're wired in thirds, right? Mm-hmm. So a whole panel doesn't fail. You'll know if a third fails, it still produces the other two. A lot of thought has gone into it. And Microgrid offers you the option of going with an American panel or a German panel. So, you can, I think it's the production, that's the power that they produce. I mean, depending on which one you choose, but you know, they back what they sell. So it was a huge leap of faith, but we could not be happier. You know, people will ask what we've done or how it went, and I have no trouble recommending Microgrid at all. In fact, if I see Dan at Tower Grove, I'll go up to him, and if he's talking to people and, you know, kind of be the local spokesperson for, yeah, definitely. You really want Microgrid to put in your solar system?
Hi, we're Bruce and Linda, and we have a microgrid solar system.